Salutations, Sentinels. My name is Natsu, aka Mr. Ship Builds, and welcome back to another Ark of War video. Today, I decided to wake up the same way as I do most every day, and I stumbled upon Ark of War's latest video, started watching the video, and promptly spit out my morning cup of coffee. Then, shortly afterwards, I started to regret my decision, as I most often do, especially when you spit water all over your keyboard. And then, for the next 24 hours, I decided I was going to beg all of my guild members to help me with some replays so that I can make a video that would touch all of your small, shallow, your big loving hearts. While there are a multitude of commanders in the game, this video will be based on what commanders are the real startup commanders based on cost, time, and efficiency. While 7 Pirates offering Stella as a good option as an infantry startup commander isn't completely wrong, that she is a really good commander. However, to even start using her, you have to get revered in a Nixub faction, which can take up to a total of 4.25 weeks to do, as well as an initial 500 cosmic crystals to even get into being friendly with the Nixub faction. While Rock is also a good choice of a startup walker commander, he doesn't really start doing that well until opponents get up around tier 5, and Rock's leadership is around 10,000 to 20,000 leadership. One can make the argument that Galileo would be the best startup commander since you can get him for only $1 and he is a natural S-class commander with 200 leadership. Or maybe NB55, the best walker commander out there that you could get for free with the free commander event whenever you create a new arc. Honestly though, anything besides Kakarot. Kakarot is an absolute joke. If you saw my latest Kakarot commander card, you would know exactly what to do with him when you looked at it. Alright? I mean, this guy absolutely gets pounded to a pulp by every other commander out there and he is just just shove him under your boot. And however, their choice for Rayman over Vega is completely wrong. In the fact that Rayman is harder to get to S-Class than Vega is, and Vega's breakdown is actually the most powerful skill in any part of the game. I mean, look at all this gear that has defense buffs, okay? That's right, all the chest and pants gear has defense, except for a few exceptions like Fearless and, Phantom, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, also, I'm sorry to say it, but Rayman is as bad as his haircut that he got from Fantastic Sam's. These 5 commanders here are what I believe to be the 5 main starting commanders of most free-based players: Nico Jiro, Medusa, and Vega, the holy trifecta, and then we have the ignore tier suppression commanders, Bullet and Rock. Nico Jiro is a common D rank infantry commander, so he will be very cheap to upgrade to S-Class. His first skill, Anti-Radar Armor, improves his dodge by 2% every single level for a maximum of 120% increased dodge. He is equipped with a guaranteed hit skill, Sniper, which ignores the target's HP buffs for 1% every level up to 60%. He also has the Infantry Awakening, which hits a full slot of troops, which would be the first slot and the slot directly behind it, for 1.5% damage every level up to 90%. For early game, I would recommend using Devastation Helmet, 2 Apocalyptors, Void Chestpiece, and Nix's Arrogance. Nico Jiro is one of the strongest infantry commanders, mainly because he has the ability to ignore an additive of 60% of your enemy's HP gear. His Sniper, as I said before, is a guaranteed hit skill, which allows you to hit enemies with high dodge that you normally would not be able to hit, and it also makes their HP gear relatively useless, as well as having the capability of dodging himself and being able to survive most encounters against other commanders. Medusa is a rank B walker commander. She will be a little harder to get to S-Class than Nico Jiro is, but she is one of the best walker commanders early game. Her first skill, Full Metal Jacket, is a guaranteed hit that will increase damage by 1% every level up to 60%. Her second skill is another guaranteed hit that increases crit chance by 1% every level up to 60%. And on top of that, you only need to trigger this skill once to make all of your slots never miss a shot. She also has Walker Awakening, which hits a whole row of enemy units, which means that she will deal damage to everyone in the front 3 slots, for 1.5% of your damage every level up to 90% damage. For early game, I would recommend Devastation Helmet, 2 Apocalyptors, Invincible Chest Piece, and Nixa's Arrogance Pants. Medusa is a very powerful walker commander. Most people consider her to be a never miss commander because of her sonar skill, which will allow all 6 of her slots to never miss attack until the initiator slot's next turn if it was not triggered a second time. This is a very helpful skill when fighting other high dodge commanders. She is also a strong candidate for strength and weakened effect gear, which essentially makes her immune to preferred matchups, which is typically infantry units. Vega is a rank B airship commander. He is quite frankly a little harder to get than even Medusa, but he is still being used even in late game encounters. His first skill, Quick Replenish, will heal him for 1% HP every level up to 60% every time he takes damage. His second skill, Breakdown, is a guaranteed hit skill that will ignore 2% of your enemy's defense gear buffs per level up to 120% additive. He also has Airship Awakening, which hits all 6 slots of your enemy forces for 1.5% of your damage every level up to 90% damage. For early game, I would recommend Devastation Helmet, 2 Apocalyptors, Creator Chest Piece, and Nixa's Arrogance. Vega is one of the strongest airship commanders you could get early on for free, technically speaking. His breakdown ignores much of your enemy's gear and packs a really hard punch when it comes to facing most commanders. As I said before, because of his sheer cost and efficiency, most players use him in very late game battles because of how much punishment he can dish out. As I said before, Bullet and Rock become more useful when they fight against higher tier troops. The higher the tier, the more leadership you will need to put into them. I would recommend Bullet and Rock to anyone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money on the game. Bullet equipped with Wings of Eternity and Accuracy gear is the most effective build that he has. I decided to abuse Kakarot in the best way I knew how. That was to get a rock replay that I desperately needed for this video. With no gear whatsoever, I sent him through an onslaught gauntlet of Annihilator Ray assaults by rock until I was thoroughly satisfied. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I put more hours than I honestly should have into this video. I did a lot of Photoshop, answered everyone's wondering question. Yes, Stella is indeed a woman, and I came uncomfortably close to being charged with assault. As always, the Sentinel Discord is open for anyone who wants to join, and it is home of my commander cards that anyone can view if they support me on Patreon at NatsuAOW. Thank you, and you guys have yourselves a good day.